Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast. This episode I'll be recapping How I Met Your Mother Season 1 Episode 3 titled Sweet Taste of Liberty, which was broadcast on the 3rd of October 2005. I'm recording this episode nearly 20 years later on the 22nd of April 2025. I mentioned in the last How I Met Your Mother episode why I'm covering it, but basically the short version is I'd caught up on all the new stuff, so I'm going with old stuff, which at the moment is How I Met Your Mother and Big Finish. That's it. Without further ado, here is my recap of How I Met Your Mother Season 1 Episode 3 titled Sweet Taste of Liberty. We start off with the title sequence. Ted mentions himself, Barney, Marshall, Lily and Robin. Barney reveals his issues with McLaren's. Teddy and Barney discuss varying levels of fun. Barney insults Ted. Barney convinces Ted to join him. Barney stops Ted from vacating a car. Barney mentions Japan. Ted reveals his problem with the frequency at which Barney believes events will be legendary. Lily insults herself. A man flirts with Robin. Ted mentions Detroit and Japan. Barney mentions Buffalo. A woman checks on Ted. Ted apologizes. Barney convinces Ted to get on a plane. Marshall sings. Barney ignores Ted's advice. Robin insults a man. Robin apologizes. Lily feels rejected due to everyone wanting to speak to Robin. Marshall informs Lily of his impromptu trip to Philadelphia. Marshall convinces Lily to take off her engagement ring. Ted rings Marshall to tell her to turn around. As Ted and Barney are escorted off a plane. Barney lies to some security guards. Barney's bags are being checked. Barney's past actions are shown to him and Ted. Ted comes clean to the airport security. Ted rings Marshall for legal advice. Lily spills her drink over herself. Ted and Barney are set free. Ted is outvoted by Marshall and Barney. Lily puts her engagement ring back on. Ted and Barney meet someone's friends. Barney is shushed. Marshall rings Lily, which Robin answers. Robin updates Marshall. Marshall mentions trust. Barney asks someone multiple questions. Ted leaves. Lily mentions how long she has been with Marshall. Robin reassures Lily. Marshall threatens a man. Marshall hugs this man. Marshall is attacked. Ted questions his friendship with Barney. Barney delivers a speech. Barney thanks someone. Barney believes Ted is his best friend. Barney changes Ted's mind and Ted speaks to a woman. That is my recap of How I Met Your Mother Season 1 Episode 3 titled Sweet Taste of Liberty. Now in tomorrow's episode I'll be recapping another How I Met Your Mother episode, because in tomorrow's episode I'm recapping How I Met Your Mother Season 1 Episode 4 titled Return of the Shirt. So these episodes are going to be slightly longer, as I mentioned previously in How I Met Your Mother and Neighbours episodes as well, but because they're only 23 minutes, there's not as much to cover like the Big Finish episode that came out yesterday covering the 4 Doctors. That's significantly longer because I think that was over an hour, so that's why. But back to this episode. Let me know what you thought of How I Met Your Mother Season 1 Episode 3 titled Sweet Taste of Liberty if you watched it. My recap if you didn't, you can put your thoughts on both of those in the comments below, as well with anything else from the channel, such as any previews or recaps. Put those in the comments below as well. Remember, you can also like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in tomorrow's episode for my recap of How I Met Your Mother Season 1 Episode 4 titled Return of the Shirt. Goodbye.